When you start a new Minecraft world, there are endless possibilities. Next time you play, look around you and ponder the question: what if? No, really, I mean, what if your mega base was different? What if you had chosen a different biome, a different style, a different approach? And if you want to create a new world, what better start than a well-planned mega base? Follow me in this journey, and together we can build the perfect mega base from a starter house to endgame features. Today we will build the coziest but functional starter house and add the Nether portal, a villager breeder, the enchanting room, animal enclosure, so keep watching! We are at the edge of the area of the world that I have already customized, and the path in the jungle leads us where civilization and landscaping have not yet arrived. Now imagine a bridge, long enough to reach the other side of the sea, and on the bridge there's a medieval city filled with farms, crops, trading halls, whatever you need to live happily ever after in your forever world. So let's pack our belongings, filling our inventory with shulker boxes of useful blocks. Say goodbye to your neighbors, pick some friends to share the journey with, and embark on an exciting adventure in a new land. Oh, that's right, now you can swim. Let's spend the night in the Greek village. What are you guys doing in the sniffer pen? Huh, at least I know where to pick up the residents of the Bridge City. It's raining, but we are almost here, buddy. Huh, right, we could have also traveled through the Nether hub. But come on, it was more fun this way. I will add custom trees and the access to the bridge will still be immersed in the jungle, but I want the view towards the gates to be open. The shape needs to be smoothed out a bit, covering the caves and creating a road wide enough to lead to a large city. Ah, that's better, now we can breathe. There will be fields, retaining walls, custom trees and details, but they can wait. I want to start from the bridge. Well, at least the idea where the bridge will be and a solid base to walk on. Luckily in Minecraft we don't have to deal with structural issues, but there will also be several support pylons, or the bridge will look wrong. The city bridge is gonna be a long project, but today we won't go any farther. There's enough space to cover all the basic necessities of our mega base. I have envisioned 2 gate towers guarding the bridge, and then the city will grow on both sides of the road. But imagine you just arrived in this new world. What's the first thing you'll want to build? That's right, the starter house will be the first building at the beginning of the bridge. We are close to a jungle, so the starter house could be built with a green gradient, from green terracotta up to melons that fits the jungle theme. I will also use jungle wood and locally sourced bamboo. The starter house is supposed to be small and cozy but functional. With the green gradient I'm using mangrove details. Red and green are complementary colors and create a nice contrast. At the top there's a chimney and a turret in green and yellow brighter blocks, with a balcony where some bath in a sunny day. The back of the house overhangs the sea, while crops are growing at the entrance. Look at that! Don't you feel like moving here? There's everything for the early game. A small field to craft bread, an array of furnaces, nothing too fancy, and this might have been your first wooden pickaxe put on display. Let's craft more copper armor pieces to dress up this armor stand. Now it looks better. The ender chest, or maybe the place to put it when you finally have the ingredients to craft it. A fair amount of storage for a starter base. By the way, let me put away some blocks. This is the map of the bridge. It's very dull for now, but it will look better by the end of this episode. The bedroom is in the tower on the upper floor, and it's small but comfortable. A small balcony opens onto the main street with a view of all the surrounding buildings. Downstairs, We have another balcony overlooking the coast, which still needs some love. Even though the coast surrounding the bridge is still ugly, I think we have one priority, making the bridge safe. So, let's tackle the gate towers with no further ado. Wait a minute, because I saw a Nautilus lurking around. Hi cutie, will you be my friend? Here's your saddle, and wait, I have an armor for you. Sorry, it's copper, the good stuff. It's in the block museum, did you miss it? Oh, that's awesome! And just in time to build the gate's underwater foundations. Alright, you found out the towers aren't built on very solid foundations, but yeah, I will take care of it. Later. Maybe. I've ridden a Nautilus before, but this is my first time building underwater with it, and like the Epigast, it takes some getting used to. Shift makes you dismount, not move down, and decades of muscle memory tell you to press the space bar to go up, but on the Nautilus it's a dash. I won't be using the lower level of the left tower, while the right tower has a hidden dock for fishing and to house a new friend, the Nautilus. It will also be my way to quickly reach sea level and later the underground levels. Let me show you the cliff. I use darker blocks to simulate the shadow cast by the bridge and black hole between the pillars, as if there was a dark cave. And if you're out for a swim, get inside the tower to reach a safe harbor. Hello buddy! The Nautilus is ready for new adventures, and this will be a bubble elevator to the street level. But enough chatter, because we're not safe yet. May the towers rise to the sky! I love the brown and dark red indents in the tower walls, even if they look a bit ominous. But we want to instill fear and respect in visitors, right? The towers will house guard houses, a small warehouse, access to the fishing dock and other features. What do you think, buddy? We're making progress, but it's getting late. Better find a safe place for you inside. This is gonna be your tower. Look, there's the armor, a saddle and a supply of apples. I want to bring more life in this tower or the horse will feel lonely. A little cat is already swimming here. Let's add a 1 block size fish tank. I need a glass. I forgot to bring it and melted a block of sand. I already feel like I live here. Alright, I've already shown you this trick in the zoo series, but here it is. You need a chest surrounded by blocks. Trapdoors or shelves look better. It's important that you waterlog the chest. Now surround the block above with temporary blocks and release a tropical fish. The prettier, the better. Just above the fish, place a glass block and a piston, like this. Then a lever to activate the piston. The glass is pushed onto the fish, which survives thanks to the water around its chest. Isn't it the cutest fish tank ever? A black carpet to finish it, and don't forget to remove the piston. Hey guys, you're welcome, but stop bothering the horse and don't you dare trample my crops. The other tower is mainly used for food storage, with a wheel of cheese for the bored gods who sit there doing nothing all day, and eventually an indoor production of brown mushrooms. When I add the roof and the light level will decrease. Upstairs the soldiers have their weapons and their drinks, while we can get to the top and crack on the gate. The towers need to be imposing to give a sense of might, power and wealth, and also because they look beautiful. I repeated the dark and red pattern but added lights inside, so they are clearly visible even at night. Damn, I warned them. Hey, do you have something to say about it? Well, then I have something to say, but I won't use words. Let's face it, it was a recipe for disaster. Now I fixed it and there shouldn't be any more jump opportunities. The city coat of arms should be hung on each side of the tower, so I designed a custom banner. There it is. The banners fit good with the gate's color palette. The top of the towers is well defined but not over detailed. I focus mainly on the shapes, using stairs and shelves for the vertical curves, while the acacia hanging signs give a smoother, more rounded shape to the corners. The towers are a gate, a lighthouse, a stable. You've already seen the secret fisherman dock, and now follow me. There's also the entrance to the mines, a must-have in a starter house. And of course, it's deep and dark and... Yes, it's made of black concrete. Don't blame me, I live in a 40,000 days old world. I don't really need an early game style mine. Back to the surface, the road outside needs a lot of work, but first, what's the next step? I think it's time to head to the Nether. Our mega base needs a portal. Since we're building a city, the portal is hidden in a building, so I had no doubts about it. I did, however, wonder what the purpose of the building should be, and above all, how to make the portal safe. We don't want piglins in the city, and in the future there will be free-range villagers who could get lost in the Nether. And so I wondered, what would the villagers think of a mysterious, glowing purple portal? Maybe a cult would be born out of it. The sun has set, and it's now that the temple of the portal opens its doors to the faithful. Secrets are whispered and revealed right within these walls, under a vault of eerie plants, which honestly took me almost as long as building the entire temple. Imagine a priest on this pulpit with the portal banner behind him, talking about distant lands with lava pouring from the sky, but only few will be allowed to see this miracle with their own eyes. And if piglins generate in the portal, well, there are hoppers under the black carpets, and the player can safely stay behind the closed gate and kill them. It's kinda the slowest gold farm ever. And by the way, the city bridge portal leads us to Nether Eden, the sci-fi city we built in the hub a couple of episodes ago, part of the project to create a huge Nether hub with farms, skyscraper city, starships, and futuristic details. Check it out if you missed it. I can't stand the sight of this road anymore, so I think it's time to tackle it, starting with this torch. The gate must be illuminated and safe, so I'm building 2 braziers with netherrack on fire that will never go out. It should be far enough away from the wood that it doesn't burn it. Because yes, lit netherrack can spread fire. Well, that's a start. I removed the old nether portal since we have a new one in a more suitable place. The road leads to the Greek village built over a year ago, and I added retaining walls, fields and small trees. Then I wrapped the area together with 2 medium-sized custom trees. Right in front of the bridge gate, the road opens out. It's surrounded by crops and flowers, and there are no trees except the original jungle ones all around. Even if the road is large, it still looks like a path in the jungle. The city bridge will grow in that direction, and the higher structures will be visible from afar. Look at these tiny trees with sea pickles. The crops are still growing, but soon they will all be golden. Good dog, keep watch. I drew the road in front of the gate as if it continued into the jungle up the hill. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be inspired to build a treetop village. Do you have any suggestions? Let me know in the comments. But let's turn our attention back to the mega base. Immediately after the nether portal, it's time to gear up and enchant all your tools and armor. So this building will house an enchanting room. It's a tall building, so the enchanting room is conveniently on the ground floor, and I probably don't need all that space, but I couldn't resist the urge to add a turret filled with shroom lights to be seen from afar even at night. It was a dark and stormy night, and what better time to visit the enchanting room? The bookshelves are arranged to follow the shape of the room, but we are at the maximum level of enchantment. I filled the space above with a mezzanine that could be used to store the magical books you find while looting the structures. And there is also a balcony with sea view, but I reckon it's more appealing in good weather. The turret you saw from the outside houses more chests and bookcases for magical books. Let's get back to the street and continue expanding with another building next to the starter house. With the new house, I tried a sharp gradient from dark colors like the purplish blackstone to lighter colors leaning towards pink. It's a 2-story house with many bedrooms so villagers can thrive. Come with me, buddy, I built a nice spot for you too. There it is, your nice kennel, but you are in charge of the whole house, I trust you. The city is expanding. Look at the colorful banners that welcome visitors. The new building can be a guest house for visiting players. To be fair, it looks like a guest house with the breakfast area on the ground floor and upstairs, the bedrooms, and rustic decorations on the ceiling to remind that the food is locally sourced. I will leave the house to villagers. They can handle the guest house, cook breakfast, choose a profession, and sleep in their room. The house will be connected to the next building, a tall workshop. I want the city to be cohesive with houses that fit together, not just next to each other, and most areas will be open to villagers. I know, Mima, what villagers? There are no villagers in the city. Well, it's time to worry about the mega base economy. We need a villager breeder. I don't like to build the classic villager breeders where children fall and end up on a minecart even if I admit they are functional. I like to put my villagers in a nice, self-sustained house where they can start a family and have many children that will eventually find a job and move somewhere else. But this is life, right? 2 farmers will work this field, feeding the family with carrots, but first, let's wrap up the exteriors. Instead of a gradient this time, I want discolored patches, perhaps under the balconies where it would make more sense. Let's try copper ore and then coral blocks. Wait for it, the dead version, even if the idea makes me feel guilty somehow. Alright, we can work with this. Inside the house, there are many bedrooms so the family can grow, thanks to the shade fields and all the beds. More beds are in the mezzanine upstairs. I know it's weird now, but there will be another house in there. For now, let's enjoy the fresh air. The villagers can also use a small kitchen with a magic mirror, which you can walk through just like Alice in Wonderland to end up on the rails that will take you to a new career. So hey, we need villagers. Hurry up, sweetie, we are on a mission! Don't be scared, we're flying over the zoo and the spider you hear is well caged. Hey look, do you see the empty spot? This is where I will expand the zoo with the enclosure for the nautilus, the zombie horse and the camel husk, so subscribe or you might miss it! Those of you who can't find ancient seeds, get out of the sniffer pan, chop chop! Let's try this in. If I jump and very quickly connect the boat on the first try. I'm lying. The happy guest has been messing with me for 5 minutes. Hey, don't steal my villagers! Here we are, that's the bridge. What did you say? There aren't any support pylons and it looks wrong. That's true, but pylons are the next step. Some of them will hide a little secret related to the villagers you're transporting. Next to the breeder, I'm adding a cyan building. It's tall and thin, squeezed between the breeder and the future trading hall. I will use it to grow crops indoors to sell at the trading hall, totally ethical marketplace. In the meantime, the breeder is working smoothly. It's actually quite crowded. I'll show you what it looks like now that it's complete without holes in the walls and all the decorations. Outside, the city is also full of life. There are two llamas whose owner has mysteriously disappeared, and I think I heard. Oh, there you are! Wait, don't despawn, I have plenty of cod. Oh, were you hungry? Here, have some more. It's time to build the support pylons. And not just because the bridge looks strange otherwise. Hidden beneath the bridge structure and accessible from the pylons is the villager transport system, allowing you to easily move villagers from the breeder to any area of the bridge. Let me show you how it works. Behind another magic mirror, and more important, protected by a gate, there is access to the lower section of the bridge. If we activate this powered rail, a cat gently offers to be the beta tester of our roller coaster. Say hi to viewers! The minecart goes down to the rail system and it can be sent anywhere in the bridge using the railway switches. Oh, the cat comes back because the railway is not completed. I didn't see that coming. Well, let's send it in a loop. It's probably having the time of its life. The pylons will lead to trading halls or places where the villagers are needed, and the railway network will span under the old bridge, reaching more pylons. Let's stop the poor cat. Thank you for joining the presentation. Well, it went well. Redirecting villagers isn't the only purpose of this building. Not only does it have a beautiful view on the jungle, but the upper floor houses survival crops, and even more importantly, watermelons on the top floor, which will be connected to a farmer's trading hall. For now, let's head back across the road where we'll add another useful feature to the mega base. The next building is very thin and tall, as is typical in cities where space is limited. I want to dedicate it entirely to a feature that may not be a classic early game feature but has become a must-have since the Copper Age. Copper smelting, storing and oxidation, all in one place. I freed a couple of villagers and now they're running the guest house, as I hope, with a pet cat apparently. Have fun! The copper workshop is less elaborate than other buildings, but I broke up its darker tones with bright blocks like yellow terracotta and honey. A copper grate serves as the shop sign, even the llama agrees. I tame it because it's not white, it's a rare grey one, and it seems very proud of it. Above the shop, there was an armorer yesterday. I guess he is still having breakfast at the guest house. Here you are! Oh no, it's just another customer. Well, the shop is actually a copper storage, the weathered blocks, the oxidated ones, the exposed, and the player can use the furnace and the blast furnace to smelt the ores. And upstairs there are 3 floors with a low ceiling where to place all the new copper items. The floor is made of oxidized but unwaxed copper, and thanks to the new game mechanics, it's perfect for speeding up the process. Hey, it's already working! I forgot to show you that this floor is connected to the guest house with a balcony. Oh wow, another one! And the armorer is finally awake and at work. Good morning, sir. The copper workshop is running very well. All the houses on this side of the bridge are next to each other, so let's create some space where an outdoor activity can fit in. I want a tea room and maybe a cheese stand. They are kinda my favorite thing, but it's my mega base after all. The market stalls surround another tall building, but of a light color and different from the copper workshop in shape, with a 2-story hall and a high turret. It might not stand out for its color palette, but I love its shape and how the food stalls around it have turned out. I love the outdoor tea house. There are cake and cookies, and here you can choose your tea flower. Black, green, herbal. What's your favorite tea? The cheese stand sells blue cheese and a wheel of cheddar, and look, the cauldron, the owner is making some more. On the other side of the building there's room for another shop. It's a work in progress for now, but I think it will be the place for a mason and all his hard work. The ground floor of the building is protected by a gate because it's over one of the pylons, so it hides the railway. Honestly, I wasn't sure what there's to do here for now. It will be devoted to growing bamboo indoor. It can be used as a fuel for sticks and wood. I guess it's a useful thing to have. In a city built on a bridge, space is limited and must be used wisely. I try to connect the buildings together with stores and fields on the ground floor and passageways and balconies on the upper floors. I already showed you how the guest house leads to the copper workshop that is working smoothly, as you can see. From here, you can reach another nice passageway, but you can also relax and maybe enjoy the view with a spyglass. Now, we're on the first floor of the bamboo farm. I planted sweet berries. Bamboo is growing and will soon fill the ground floor, and there is a balcony overlooking the main street. But we are almost done for today's episode. Let's add a farmer trading hall connected to the melon farm behind that balcony. The trading hall is housed in a two-story building. The ground floor has white terracotta walls with patches of red mushroom blocks with the internal texture exposed. I like this texture, but man, it was a pain to get it. Did I regret to choose it? A bit. But do I love it? Absolutely. The first floor has orange walls in acacia and red sandstone, and it's connected to all the nearby buildings, not just the sign one with the farms. The balcony on the left and the narrow passageway on the front are connected to the next episode. It's time to leave the city bridge for a while because I want to expand the zoo for the next episode. But what can I say? I will miss this play. The villagers seem to enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy it too, but the project is not ended, so subscribe if you are new. The next city bridge episode is coming soon. I am really glad of how everything turned out. Even the brown mushroom farm is working. And the starter house, it was honestly very nice to live here for a while. Who's there? Hey, don't slam the door to my face, this is my enchanting room. I see, you found the grindstone, good for you. Let me show you something in the villager breeder. I saw the ancient plants in the field and I thought, I didn't saw them, did I? So I searched through the flashback recording until I found the culprit. Look carefully. My friend, these are not carrots. The original villagers have been trapped in a sniffer pen for quite some time. I guess they had the ancient seeds in their inventory. I didn't know it could happen. I hope they don't mind, but they need to grow food instead. I leave only these flowers for decoration. It's for your own good. You'll thank me later. I didn't show you the interiors of the last building. The first floor is a villager house with its own little field that goes on the terrace. 2 farmers can live here, while upstairs there's the fruit market. Well, a farmer trading hall to sell melons and more crops and get emeralds and golden carrots. The staircase leads to the previous building, so you can easily reach the fruit market. The fruit banners comes from the grocery store of the medieval city. They fit perfectly. On the other side of the building, this cozy passageway leads to the next episode. The distant coast is a little closer now, but there's still plenty of room to expand, and many more structures need to be added to the megabase. The megabase design is meant to reflect the evolution of the world. What do you think needs to be added now? Thank you all for watching. Leave a like while you're still here, and see you soon.
If you wanna know how I do it, if you search for a new cool idea, here she is, Mima MC, the best place to be. Building brick by brick with a little chic, mountain high or never deep. All you villagers and pillagers, she's gonna show the craft to the secrets of Minecraft. Assembling, creating, and waiting for the new update.